You have entered Power Drive.
Oh, wow!
Right. John Duggan is with us. John, good morning to you. It's time for Virtual Insanity.
It is Ger and Kathleen. How we doing? 22.3% profit for the year.
That's not bad.
Going to finish the year in profit, folks. Second year in a row.
That is not bad, JD.
So it's the big flagship event of the PGA Tour season in Europe. So the DP World Tour. So the PGA Championship at Wentworth starts tomorrow, 6:40. Renegade villains from Live are going to be there. Up to 17 of them. Rory McIlroy, Shane Lowry, Graham McDowell, Jonathan Caldwell, the Irish interest, John Ram, Victor Hovland. Going to be a great tournament, great field. Can't wait for the locker room stories that are going to emerge out of this one.
Proper bitterness, though, isn't it? It's like not quiet, not like muttered behind. It's like, no, they shouldn't be here. These guys who wanted to play less golf are now playing more golf, and they're only here to try and get some world ranking points so they can compete in the majors. This is nonsense. We need to know what's going on.
Billy Horschel, John Ram coming out yesterday, publicly criticising these guys. As Billy Horschel said, the Taylor Gooches of the world that never turn up at this tournament now turning up at it. So it is frosty. Apparently a letter was sent to them not to turn up. Martin Keimer decided not to turn up where he wasn't wanted, but some of them have decided, no, we feel like we're entitled to play here. That's all going to be decided in the courts in February.
Horschel has called them hypocritical.
Yeah.
Well, not really. This is golf is like, they generally are like, they're absolute mean girls behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But in person, they're all like, oh, everybody's great. This is a wonderful sport. But now it's gloves are off time.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, 4 golfers. This is up on the website, OTBSports.com, and the OTB app. Shane Lowry, this is it. This is it for Shane Lowry, finally at Wentworth. He's the headline tip at 16-1 for 5 each way. Look at this record at Wentworth. 9 top 20 finishes in 12 starts. And we're like 4 times inside the top 6. We know he's had a really good year, but he hasn't won. Tied third at the Masters, nearly won the Honda Classic, has been 4 times in the top 10 on the PGA Tour in the United States. This is Shane Lowry's ballpark. It's his alley. He loves this course, Wentworth. He drives the ball so well, got the touch around the greens. Can he hold a few putts? I think he's a strong each way bet this week as the headliner, 5 each way. Ireland Shane Lowry, 16-1 to win this big event this week. The second selection, it's folly not to expect these live golfers not to play well. And of all of them, who likes putting it up to everybody but Patrick Reed? Patrick Reed, 250 each way, 40-1. We all know he wears the live lettering on his clothes. He's an unrepentant liver. And he is a guy who's going to go and play in the Asian Tour now to get these ranking points. And he's turning up this week, and he's not going to care one jot if he's not liked in that locker room. He's just
feeding off it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So,
although is he not suing everybody as well for like quarter of a billion?
Probably going to sue me for even talking about him this morning, right?
We love you, Patrick Reed. You're a wonderful human being.
You're a great guy. So two tournaments appearances at the Wentworth. He's tied 4th, tied 3rd. So he knows how to win. Former Masters champion. I think Patrick Reed has got a course form and has got the chip on the shoulder. €2.50 each way, 40-1. I think he's a good each way bet. The third one is Dean Burmester from South Africa, 55-1 for 250 each way. Just won his PGA Tour card on the Corn Ferry finals, so he's happy out. Good vibes. Once again, in 5 appearances here at Wentworth, he's got a tie for 9th, a tie for 12th. He was 11th at the Open. He was 7th in stroke average on the DP World Tour last year. He's 5th in driving distance. I think Dean Burmester is more comfortable in this company now. I think he rates as a good each way bet as a happy-clappy guy. And the final one, a complete rank outsider, Francesco Laporta, 175-1 for €50 each way. Course form, recent form. Only appearance in this was last year, tied 6th, and on his last start, tied 4th in Denmark. Nearly could have won the tournament. So playing well and has course form. Francesco Laporta never won, but has won on the Challenge Tour. So Francesco Laporta 175s, Dean Burmester 55s, Patrick Reed 40-1 for that awkward ceremony on Sunday evening, and the headline tip lads, Kathleen and Ger. We have Shane Lowry.
Sorry, what are Lowry's odds?
16-1.
Okay. The rank outsiders, like, if you've looked back over the course of, and I'm sure at the end of the year you look back and go, where did the 22% profit come from? It's been everything. It has been like headline tips and also the rank outsiders. That's
right. Yeah, we had Luke List 80-1 in the Farmers Insurance Open. We had Ryan Brem at 66-1 in the Puerto Rico Open, who missed, I think, every single cut since then. Paid for Owen's trip to America. We had Scotty Scheffler 25-1, won in his first tournament back in Phoenix. And then we had Will Zalatoris recently won at 25s and Patrick Cantlay at 16. So a mixture of both, and a lot of heartbreak stories. No major success, ups and downs. But look, ultimately it's about keeping the faith, and I think we've done that. So yeah, look, hopefully don't lose your shirt, folks. These are small little stakes, €20 here each, this way and that every week. But hopefully this week we'll have a bit of fun. But the interesting thing about the PGA Championship, you've got Andrew Oldcorn, Ben Ann, Scott Drummond, Simon Kahn. You can have unheralded winners, so don't be put off if you think it's not just about Rory and John Ram this week. You could have an outsider winning.
Who has been the most satisfying one for you? Which has been the call that you look back on now, and that's the one that...
Will Zalatoris recently, Kathleen, because I was actually in loss. I was about 800 out of 1,000, and that was the one that got me over back into profit. So that was the one, and he won in a playoff, and it took him about 25 holes to do it. So
so you're on edge.
You know, I don't really have a nervous system anymore after that. But the most satisfying one is when you feel like you've spotted something and then it comes to fruition. But I've also been tearing my hair out this year over Matt Fitzpatrick winning the US Open and going off players and then they go and win. But that's the fun of it. But yeah, anytime you feel that your faith has been rewarded and then it does happen, it is the most satisfying one.
That's this week's edition of Virtual